Pakistan's total petroleum product sales declined 1% during FY26 to 16.2 million tons, compared with 16.3 million tons in the previous fiscal year, as elevated fuel prices weighed on consumption despite a recovery in demand toward the end of the year. According to industry data, June oil sales fell 20% year-on-year to 1.26 million tons, although they rebounded 7% from the previous month as domestic fuel prices eased from record highs. Average petrol prices in June stood at 338 rupees per litre, up 32% from 256 rupees a year earlier. High-speed diesel, HSD, averaged 346 rupees per litre, marking a 34% increase from 259 rupees during the same period last year. On a monthly basis, however, petrol and diesel prices declined 16% and 14%, respectively, helping lift fuel consumption. Petrol sales dropped 11% year-on-year in June to 649,000 tons, but rose 5% compared with May. For the full fiscal year, petrol sales increased 1% to 7.677 million tons. High-speed diesel sales declined 20% year-on-year in June to 497,000 tons, although they rose 9% month-on-month. Annual HSD sales slipped 1% to 6.851 million tons during FY26. Furnace oil continued to witness the sharpest decline as demand remained weak due to lower consumption by the power sector. Sales fell 68% year-on-year in June to 41,000 tons, although they increased 41% from the previous month. For the full fiscal year, furnace oil sales dropped 26% to 599,000 tons. Pakistan's fertiliser market showed mixed trends in June, with urea demand recovering as the kharif sowing season gathered pace. Urea sales remained almost unchanged from a year earlier at 584,000 tons, but increased 39% month-on-month as farmers resumed purchases following delayed buying in May. The recovery was largely driven by seasonal demand during the peak kharif application period. In contrast, DAP, diammonium phosphate, sales fell sharply, declining 59% year-on-year and 23% month-on-month to 47,000 tons in June. Despite the monthly decline, total DAP sales during the first half of 2026 reached 484,000 tons, up 6% compared with the same period last year.